He's pretty mentally weak in the ring. You know, as soon as things don't start going his way,
Yeah,
he starts to crumble, and things aren't going to go his way. So I think he's going to crumble.
Yeah.
Jake Paul appeared genuinely surprised after new footage of Gervonta, Tank Davis's fierce sparring sessions began circulating online. Instead of backing down, Jake addressed the buzz head-on, saying he actually enjoys when people question his abilities. It fuels his drive and makes each fight that much more exciting to prepare for. He emphasized that his focus hasn't wavered and that his training remains as disciplined as ever. With calm confidence, Jake reminded everyone that facing Tank Davis has been a long-time goal, and now that the matchup is finally real, he's convinced more than ever that victory is within his reach. Paul's words carried a mix of determination and anticipation, the energy of a fighter who sees doubt not as pressure, but as motivation.
Business and say the other person's gonna win. I like it.
So when
it makes it fun.
When he lay your boy out, you know what I mean?
He's my boy too. I love Mike.
I mean, Mike will move from this side to this side without you knowing exactly at which move.
Showbiz the adult pushed back hard against critics claiming Gervonta, Tank Davis only took the fight with Jake Paul for a paycheck. He argued that the story isn't nearly that simple. There's a lot more going on beneath the surface than most people realize. According to Showbiz, Jake himself revealed that the fight contract includes a knockout bonus, a detail that completely shifts the motivation behind this matchup. If there's serious money on the line for scoring a KO, then Tank isn't stepping into the ring to coast. He's going in with full intensity, determined to be the one standing tall when the dust settles. That clause turns this fight into something far bigger than just a battle of egos. It's now a collision of legacy and reward. Showbiz went on to explain that many fans overlook the psychological side of this fight. Tank Davis is known for his pride and fighting spirit, and the idea of being knocked out by a YouTuber-turned boxer would be unbearable for someone of his caliber. So, when people dismiss the fight as a money grab, they miss the deeper truth. For Tank, reputation outweighs any amount of cash. And ironically, Jake's public comments about that knockout bonus may have only added fuel to the fire, making this showdown more personal, and far more explosive, than anyone expected.
You guys told me that Gervonta Tank Davis is just taking this fight for a payday. He's just trying to get to the bag. Well, you got the fight itself, which is a payday, and you got a KO bonus on top of that, a big bonus. That's what Jake Paul said.
They're going to get a big bonus.
And they got a side bet of $2 million.
Let's make it two.
Y'all gonna shake on it?
Yeah.
Shake on it?
Shake $1 million.
2 mil?
2 mil?
2 mil. Let's do
2
it.
mil. We'll get it shake.
Oh, they're shaking left ear.
2 mil.
There we go.
Oh, my fuck.
Why not get the entire bag? Whenever I got good food on my plate, I clean the plate. There is no reason to bull jive. Hold on. Because I'm going to play some Marvel Rivals. Let me get all this together. I'm going to be playing some Marvel Rivals later. Hold on, let me get my blood. Two sugars, no cream. And yes, no cream. Because I'm fired up today. I got on the scale today and I'm 209 pounds. Okay, you guys know that I'm on the fitness journey. I'm showing you guys my video journal. And I started at 217 pounds when I started all this 12 days ago. And I'm telling you, I'm seeing faint abs. Hold on, the faint abs. Woo! The faint abs! The faint abs! The faint abs! I'm telling you, it'll be back. I will be back. I want my Terminator shit. And when I'm done, I'm going to tell you guys my secret and exactly how I did it. I'm talking about step by step, everything. I'm going to be in great shape like I was. When I turned 45 and all the gray in the beard, I was just like, it ain't over, bro. It ain't over. Hold on. Let me. Ooh. Dr. Doom. Okay. All right. But listen, a lot of you guys calling this a fake fight and all this shit. I'm going to quote one of you in the war room. I forgot, one of my show business partners said, was it Justin Hill? I forgot who it was. You guys said, something like, and if I misquote you, I'm sorry, but it was dope. You said something like, if this is a fake fight, it definitely has real consequences. I keep telling you guys, man, if it goes on their real record or not, whatever it is, you know what you saw. It's just like Ryan Garcia versus Devin the American Dream Haney. Devin Haney is still undefeated, but we know what we saw. You cannot erase what we saw. If Jake Paul knocks out Tank Davis, there's some real circumstances. The shit goes viral, and I'm going to lose $10,000. Jake Paul isn't just going to win in this exhibition, but he's also going to get a knockout bonus and an extra $2 million.
Veteran trainer Robert Garcia weighed in on the matchup with a seasoned perspective, saying there's nothing inherently wrong with Gervonta "Tank" Davis stepping into the ring with Jake Paul. After all, it's Tank's career and his call. But Garcia believes the timing is what feels off. He pointed out that legendary fighters like Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson, and Manny Pacquiao turned to high-profile exhibitions only after they had already built monumental careers, with world titles, historic rivalries, and undeniable legacies to their names. Tank, Garcia argues, hasn't fully reached that stage yet. He still owes the boxing world those defining battles, the kind of matchups that test greatness and cement a fighter's place in history. According to Garcia, the real disappointment isn't in the fight itself, but in what it symbolizes. Instead of facing top-tier competition like Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney, Tank chose a crossover spectacle that feels more like entertainment than elevation. Garcia described it as skipping a crucial chapter in Tank's story, one that could have showcased his true potential against the best of his era. While he respects Tank's skill and charisma, Garcia cautioned that chasing spotlight moments too soon might come at the cost of long-term respect. To him, this fight feels premature, a flashy detour that risks overshadowing the path to genuine boxing greatness.
Stop the contest before something like that, but I don't know. What's your just take on the whole thing?
I'm not very interested. That doesn't excite me. I know it's going to do really good numbers. I know they're making a lot of money, which is good for them, good for Tank, because in boxing that's what everybody looks for. I think it's, the good thing is they announced it as an exhibition, which is, I'm okay with it. Everybody does it. Mayweather has done it. Ali did it. The only thing, my personal opinion is Tank. They all did it when they had already accomplished so much. They already did so much. Mayweather did everything in boxing and accomplished everything. Muhammad Ali did the same, and many others that have done it. I think Tank never gave us the fights that we really wanted. Never really gave us those challenges. He never really challenged himself. He didn't give Rhodes that rematch, which he should have. Mayweather did it when he had a hard time with Maidana and Castillo. Right away, he did the rematches to prove everybody wrong, and look at what he did. He beat him clearly. So Tank should have done the same. He didn't. That I could criticize, but then at the end also, if you're making 30 to 50 million, I don't even know what he's making to fight, to have an exhibition against just Jake Paul, I would have asked. I would do the same.
No one would say no to that. Right?
If I had one of my fighters get an offer to fight a big celebrity, a big YouTuber for $20-30 million, I would probably do the same. So I don't blame him. It's boxing. At the end of his career, 20 years from now, nobody's gonna care how many belts he won or who he fought.
Boxing analyst Bernie Thawboxer didn't hold back when sharing his thoughts. He openly mocked those congratulating Gervonta "Tank" Davis for securing another big payday, saying they've completely missed the point. Tank isn't hurting for cash, he's already among the highest-paid fighters of his generation. According to Bernie, fans aren't tuning in to applaud someone's earnings, they're here for competition, not account balances. Bernie argued that true boxing fans crave drama inside the ropes, the thrill of skill, strategy, and rivalries that shape the sport's history. He said what people really want to see is how Tank measures up against real contenders, not how big his next check is. He pointed to an upcoming fight between Lamont Roach and Isaac "Pitbull" Cruz as a perfect example of what truly matters. If Roach manages to upset Pitbull, widely seen as one of Tank's toughest past opponents, it could shift the narrative completely. That kind of result raises real questions about Tank's dominance and where he truly stands among today's elite fighters. Bernie's message was sharp: if Tank wants to maintain the respect he's earned, he needs meaningful, legacy-defining matchups, not just crossover showcases. These flashy money fights, as he put it, might keep the lights bright, but they do little to strengthen a fighter's place in history. And for the real boxing community, legacy, not luxury, is what counts most.
match with Tank, and it's I kind of don't really care about the fight no more. Starting to lose a little steam.
But I'm
You know,
saying,
it's
I
hot.
mean, if he stops, Pitbull Cruz, right? I mean, don't you
Mhm.
think that people would want to see, Lamont and Tank more due to the fact that Tank had a hard time with Pitbull?
No, I think people just want to see Tank versus Lamont because Lamont he had a hard time with Lamont. It's just
Gotcha.
like Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. People just like controversy. People just like what I'm saying. So people like to see finished business. They don't want to leave it unfinished, and that's what the intrigue is. They want to people want to see finished business. So, you know what I'm saying. I think that's the intrigue of the fight. And it doesn't make no sense why they taking so fucking long to fight. Everybody keeps saying that you know, uh uh, um, um, Tank getting the money, but is we getting the fucking money? Is we bidding
Mm,
there for the fucking money? Is he gonna give us some of the money? Are we waiting on him to feed us any bit? No. I want what I want. Fuck that. I'm selfish. I'm a fan. I want to see the fucking fight. I don't want to see no fucking circus. You know what I'm saying? So for everybody saying, "Oh, he get the bag," who gives a fuck? I hope he already rich as fuck. He already won 30 million in the last fight or something. He got more money than I'm ever gonna have. I don't give a fuck. I want to see the fights. I'm a fucking boxing fan. I want to see a fucking fight. I don't want to see no fucking farce. Fuck. Motherfucker count another motherfucker pockets. They all getting paid. These motherfuckers getting paid millions. Boy, we making how much? 60,000, 40,000 every motherfucking day, going to work 9 hours a day and shit. And nigga
sweating.
coming home with come on, waiting on income tax and shit like that to get some big bread. Come on, man. I'm talking about the average.
Boxer Lamont Roach addressed the ongoing controversy surrounding Gervonta Tank Davis's fight with Jake Paul with calm but unmistakable firmness. He said he doesn't blame Tank for taking a high-profile bout. After all, any fighter would find it hard to turn down such a massive opportunity. But Roach took issue with how it all unfolded. According to Roach, there was a rematch clause in his own contract with Tank, one that should have been honored before any new fight deal was made. Instead, Tank went completely silent, signing on to face Jake Paul without a word. To Roach, that wasn't just poor communication, it crossed the line of professional ethics and respect between athletes who share the same craft. He admitted he could understand the temptation and might have done the same in Tank's shoes, but only if everything had been handled openly and by the book. What frustrates him most isn't the fight itself, it's the lack of transparency and accountability. Roach reminded fans that boxing, at its core, is supposed to be built on mutual respect and fairness. When a fighter ignores contractual commitments to chase a flashy spectacle, it undermines the integrity of the sport. He concluded by saying that while this move may boost Tank's wallet, it damages his reputation among fighters who still believe in doing business the right way, and that's a loss no paycheck can fully cover.
For not executing that rematch, is it safe to say that there was some money given to you because of that?
Money given to me, not necessarily, but
okay.
like I said, those guys took good care of me. Those guys on the other side took care of me. Not him personally and not his team personally,
Right.
but
but somebody made it right for that rematch not happening.
Kinda, you could say that. Yeah.
I understand. I don't understand the position you're in, but from the outside looking in, you had a phenomenal performance against arguably one of the best fighters, top 10 pound for pound fighters in Tank, which many didn't believe it would happen. So you want the opportunity to get back and I guess get the victory. But can you really, honestly, putting yourself in Tank's shoes, be upset with taking advantage of the opportunity to fight Jake Paul? Reportedly, there's about $40 million that he's going to get paid. Now, I don't know this to be, accurate, but I'm saying those are the reports, right? If you were in his shoes, wouldn't you do the same thing?
See, now, this is something that I explain and express, and I hope everybody gets. That opportunity is an opportunity that you probably cannot pass up, but it's about how you handle it. It's about how you go about it. A lot of people don't know that he actually exercised his rights to the rematch, so that contractually binds us to a fight. You cannot breach that unless you do what you have to do to handle the business to be like, okay, well, we mutually agree to let you move on or swindle around and fight